Good evening and welcome to Benalmádena's English news broadcast. Digital Costa del Sol brings you every Friday all the information about this week's news. El Belleville Castle was the scenario of the 19th Conference on Prevention of Gender Violence, which counted with the presence of Benalmádena's Mayor Víctor Navas and other members of the corporation.
Benalmádena's Mayor Víctor Navas presided on Wednesday a new edition of the Conference on Prevention of Gender Violence, which took place at the Belleville Castle. The mayor thanked everyone for their assistance and introduced the topic with some information about this problem.
Bienvenidos a esta inauguración de la 19 jornada.
Welcome to the opening of this conference on prevention of gender violence here at Benalmádena. I am certain that gender violence is a extreme manifestation of the inequality that loads of women face all around the world, and without a doubt is a clear violation of the human rights that keeps women from using their constitutional rights. It is a deficit from our democratic system that we need to solve. Gender violence is a global phenomenon, and to eradicate it is necessary a clear commitment from the civil society.
There were also present other members of the government team such as Javier Marín, Pilar Ramírez or Alicia Ladaga, of the opposition like Juan Antonio Lara, or from the security forces like the chief of the local police, Francisco Zamora. This 19th edition had as its central theme advances and challenges in this area through a comparison from an international level. Next to Navas was the provincial coordinator of the Andalusian Women's Institute, Encarnación Santiago, who introduced the presentations that could take place during the morning. After her words, we had the opportunity to learn more about this issue with the presentation Gender Violence, a Global Problem, from Carolina Jiménez Sánchez, Doctor-in-Law by the University of Málaga. At 12:30, it was the turn of José Miguel Castillo, Chief Inspector of the National Police, and his presentation, Performance of the State Security Forces on Gender Violence. Different interventions, same objective.
It is important to train citizens on how to behave during high-risk situations. A fire or an earthquake are some of the most common, and knowing what must be done can save many lives.
Benalmádena is a bit more safer after Prevention Week, a series of activities organized by City Council, firefighters and other security forces to train our citizens on what to do on different risky situations. On Monday, the main action was at Plaza de la Mezquita that was filled with young people from different educational centers of the municipality. There they found a whole deployment of Benalmádena's firefighters that prepared several activities to inform and train the kids on how to behave in case of a fire. The activity was organized by the Mafre Foundation and the Association of Professionals Firefighters in collaboration with the City Council. The councilman in charge of security, Javier Marín, highlighted the importance of this type of actions to train our society, as well as the collaboration between public administration and private companies.
La Casa de la Prevención de Mafre.
Mafre's prevention house is here at Benalmádena, so our students can learn how to behave in a space filled with smoke in case of a fire, so they can save their lives. There's also CPR workshop organized by civil protection volunteers. With this activity, we show the importance of prevention to solve the problems a kid may find in a risky situation.
And on Tuesday, we were due for an earthquake. Benalmádena's Mayor Víctor Navas and Javier Marín visit Mariana Pineda School, where the courtyard had been turned into the operations center for the earthquake simulation held on the municipality. A whole deployment of police, firefighters, civil protection, and medical teams had prepared everything necessary to develop different tasks such as coordination of ambulances, control of deployment, or care for the injured. Navas has stressed the importance of conducting these drills, testing the anti-seismic plan, because there is a risk list in the area.
Es una forma perfecta de ver que los equipos están sincronizados.
This is a perfect way to check the synchronicity between the different forces and that the collaboration is carried out without problems, and it works. It is important to be prepared for this with a proper contingency plan. We are happy and satisfied everything is running smoothly. And also I would like to thank the students of Terra del Viento that today are playing the injured persons on the earthquake.
This activity is also part of the Prevention Week, which in this 14th edition has smoke detectors as main theme. Marin emphasized the training role of such initiatives, which are a perfect way to test the emergency protocols and its proper functioning.
This week we attended the closing ceremony of the employment workshop and school workshop at the Bilbil Castle. The event counted with the presence of Benalmádena's Mayor Víctor Navas and the councilman in charge of employment, Joaquín Villazón.
Bilbil Castle hosted this week the closing ceremony of the employment workshops organized by the Employment Delegation, training and labor reinsertion programs that are improving the employability of a lot of citizens. The Mayor Víctor Navas, the councilman in charge of employment Joaquín Villazón, and the delegate for employment, training and autonomous work for Junta de Andalucía in Málaga, Carmen Sánchez, presided the ceremony.
Creo que es importante en el contexto laboral en el que nos encontramos.
I think it's important that on today's work context, we use formation as a main tool to find a job and prosper on a professional level. Some of you have already worked and know the difficulties of the job market, and that's why the administrations make an important effort so you can get that knowledge and grow your CV, being then more capable of finding something. I want to thank all of you for your participation, also to the companies that got involved. Thanks for using this tool, taking all the worth out of it.
Navas highlighted the importance of these types of initiatives and emphasized training as a tool to find a job. Sánchez spoke about the professionalism certificate and its value.
Habéis finalizado una etapa.
You finish a formation period getting a professionalism certificate. I always say that they are like a passport to employability. You've gone from not having training for a job that has offer right now to having a title that proves that you have competence, that proves that you are a professional in a particular field.
Villazón congratulated all the graduates personally, emphasizing the importance of recycling our professional aptitudes and not losing faith in the hard process that is a job search. These courses have a great value not only when it comes to re-entering the labor market, but also to acquire new knowledge and skills, improving the professional profiles. These employment workshops are programs funded by the Junta de Andalucía and developed by the City Council to provide training and improve employability in the municipality. In their development, they have had the collaboration of centers, entities and companies such as the local police, Red Cross, the Municipal Occupational Center, CADE or Viveros Guzmán, amongst others.
Mussel production at Costa del Sol keeps growing every year due to the quality of our waters. In Benalmádena, thanks to the Rebullido family, we have our own mussel farm that also offers touristic routes to discover their secrets.
The mussels have become the latest tourist attraction in Benalmádena. Since summer, a production company offers a boat route to a mussels vivarium located in front of the Castle of Santa Clara to learn how the cultivation and collection method is carried out. The tour consists of a 90 minutes boat ride with a visit to the mussel farm in open sea, where a didactic explanation about mussel and shellfish farming is offered. Finally, a tasting is carried out with Spanish products, steamed mussels and quality wines. Benalmádena's Mayor Víctor Navas visited it last Saturday.
Estamos encantados de estar hoy aquí con Juan Rebullido.
I'm delighted to be here today with Juan Rebullido and his family, owners of one of the most surprising exploitations here at Costa del Sol, an open sea farm on the Alborán Sea that grows mussels. There are just a few all around the world, and it is an amazing experience visiting it and get to know more about mussels, the different sizes, and how our coastline can become a reference, creating a new origin certificate that serves to give visibility to the whole region.
Tourists visit the facilities of the crop, which are of the long line type, to know the secrets of mussel production and how they are collected. The ship is authorized to enter the cultivation area where mussel breeding takes place. They can also see the marine fauna of the area through the bottom of the boat, which is especially designed for it. Mussel production on the Costa del Sol is growing increasingly due to the excellent quality of its waters and the nutrients they contain. Thanks to the quality of this mollusk and the tourist possibilities offered by the Costa del Sol, the mussel route is becoming an option for travelers and tourists interested in knowing the fishing culture of Malaga and the economic activities of local families. Currently, the province of Malaga has 10 authorized mussel breeding facilities in the municipalities of Benalmádena, Marbella, Fuengirola, Estepona, Torremolinos, and Vélez Málaga. In the last 15 years, the production of this mollusk has experienced an increase of more than 100%, and the production value has grown by more than 500%.
The 8th Flamenco Week of Benalmádena finishes this weekend after bringing to our municipality the best of our most popular art discipline, with the presence of Raquel García Vega or Andrés Cansino amongst others.
Since last Friday, we've been celebrating the 8th Flamenco Week of Benalmádena that once again brings to the municipality the best artists from our main musical genre. Flamenco Week is highly anticipated and has a great reception among our citizens very fond of this art. This edition is dedicated to poetry with special attention to the work of Manuel Alcántara. Last Friday 15, Flamenco Week started with poetry and flamenco recital dedicated to the work of the Malaga-born poet Manuel Alcántara that counted with the participation of Las Voces de los Libros, Isabel Guerrero to sing, and Andrés Cansino to the guitar. On Saturday, we celebrated a new edition of the Flamenco Spoon at the Bullfighting Museum Center with spoon dishes and the flamenco singing of Paqui Rios with Andrés Cansino's guitar. And on Monday at Casa de la Cultura, we had the opportunity to enjoy a performance by young flamenco artists with Manuel de la Tomasa singing and Luis El Salao playing guitar. On Tuesday, the action was at Benalmádena Pueblo, where there was a singing recital with Luisa Muñoz singing and the guitar of Luis El Salao. Wednesday at 9 p.m. at the Bilbil Castle was time for the sounds of flamenco guitar by Miguel Ángel Cortés. There is also loads of parallel activities like the didactic concerts by local guitarist Andrés Cansino and singer Raquel García Vega, with more than 1,200 students from the educational centers of the municipality as a public. We also had the Cineclub Más Madera collaboration with a screening of flamenco-themed cinema with the film Alala by Remedios Malvarez. The closing gala, written, directed and narrated by Salvador Pendón, is taking place right now with a Juan Breva remembrance as main theme, and names like Ríos Cabrillana, Virginia Gámez, Isabel Guerrero, Alberto Torres, Rubén Portillo or Elías Gallego on their lineup.
And these are today's headlines. Awareness and education against gender violence. Training and information on Prevention Week. The employment workshop celebrates its closing ceremony. Mussels with Benalmádena's original certificate. The 8th Flamenco Week of Benalmádena comes to an end. On the weather forecast for the weekend, we have skies covered with widespread and persistent rainfall, locally strong and occasionally accompanied by storms, which can be very strong on the coast, opening clears at dusk. Rising temperatures and winds from south or southwest rising to strong with very strong gusts. And that's all. Thanks for watching us, and remember, you can stay updated on our social media profiles on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good weekend.